Yeah.
I
And
had
then
put out
don't.
a tweet earlier this week, and I got a lot of feedback from it. And the tweet was about like how money conversations within like certain families in our community are taboo, but
Yeah.
the conversations about death are even more taboo.
Yeah,
So I don't know about you guys' experience, but like in my family, talking to the elders, a lot of times they don't even want to talk about it, right? It's like they don't even want to put that kind of energy out there. They don't want to talk about death. But these are the kind of conversations we have to start having about upon your demise. Because if we're going to work and acquire these buildings and acquire this stock and acquire this insurance and do all these things, we have to make sure we're having the conversation about how it goes to the next generation, because it's not just about us, it's about the family and the community overall. So I mean, do you guys have any experience with that, either your own family or maybe other families you try to help, or where they don't even want to have these conversations?
Yeah, so definitely, I've definitely had that situation. One where you to address the first question that you said, like about just addressing how we can relate to that currently. Like, so I have been in the last 10 years. I've had to unfortunately witness two two houses owned by my grandparents be lost due to tax sales, and family members not getting things together to make sure that we keep the house. And we're talking about houses that was livable, houses that that we grew up in, and everything. And also in very desirable neighborhoods as well. And a third one almost was lost, but unfortunately, I was able to help step in and help with that process. But yeah, unfortunately, man, even with all of my experience in real estate, and to tie it into, have I had family members, or do I have that problem where people don't want to discuss it? To tie that in, yeah, I I own a lot of buildings,
Same here, bro.
right? And
I
I'm
lost buildings too. I lost buildings too. Same here. So you're not
close,
alone. I think all
close,
of us on this video
yo, look, I'm
have that
telling
same
you,
experience. So don't feel bad about it.
I'm talking about, family members, unnamed family members. I'm like, yo, I do this like every single day, right? Like, let me help. Like, no, that's not right. Well, they said, no, no, no. Well, they told me, yo, I'm
Y'all
telling
always day.
you. Like, who is they? I learned this in the army, man. Who is they? What's
yep.
what's their rank? Where they at? Like, you got their contact information. Like, don't tell me no damn day. Like, I need names and ranks. But like, it is so unfortunate, man, and it is very much so taboo. Like, I'm big on life insurance. I have life insurance for my kids and their mothers. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I'm trying to get the whole package together, really, where I've had conversations with my siblings where I'm like, hey, look, we all need to each have life insurance policies on our parents and each other, and make sure that we maintain them, because any event that something takes place, the inevitable takes place, but untimely,
Hmm.
it happens. We are protected, and like multi-level protected, because stuff happens. We've also seen where you have a policy in place and, oh damn, I forgot, I missed a payment 2 months ago and he dropped it. Okay, so we all sitting here and we all brothers and we have the same mom and dad. We all have policies on mom and dad, but Jimmy, you forgot to pay the bill on yours a few months ago, but me and Corey, we kept up with ours. Okay, yours dropped off.
Hmm.
At least we got 2 out of 3. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Exactly.
So
And you know
something,
what's crazy about that? Cats will have car insurance their whole life and never get in an accident, right? But never have life insurance. That's the one that you're going to end up cashing in on.
That's the
Like,
only one you guaranteed
one
to.
day,
only,
Only one you
yeah, you
guaranteed.
guarantee.
only one,
Yeah, yeah.
only.
Cats be like, I can't afford. Listen, you had car insurance your whole life, man. Couple comments. Shiz, man's checking in. Shiz, what's up, bro? How you?
Yeah, what's going on?
Um. All right. So Inez says that absolutely had the same experience with my mom. Shout out to Inez. I know she just recently lost her mother, so our condolences to you with that. But yeah, man. So this is real in our community. Monica, what did Monica say? She talked about the article. That's what the article says that you just posted. The fit and trusted government. So my father never wrote a will. Yeah, so it's like that mistrust of government, which is, I'm not going to say that is not without reason, but now like where we at now is we have to start protecting these assets.
Yeah, we got and just
You know what
as
I'm saying?
energy that we're putting into acquiring them, we got to protect them, man. Got to.
Yep.
Absolutely. And Rick, you're not alone. I lost a couple properties uptown, right? And this was a situation where there was no will. It's from grandparents. And they left the properties to their kids, one of which was my father, and his sister. But then what happens is they did something where they were trying, like they thought they knew what they were doing, but this is one of those situations where you leave the property in too many names, right? So you try to take care of so many people. So, and that's why I'm like, and I see this all the time though. I've actually purchased properties trying to help people clear it because you can't leave one property to 8 grandkids. You can't do that. One person wants to live there and not pay bills. Everybody else wants to sell. Somebody's moved out of the state and they argue over it. Nothing ever happens. Shots our brother Malik just chimed in and said cleared up in the state after 7 years.
Damn.
So, yeah, salute to you for having the stick to itiveness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's so many properties in our city that have like clouded titles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So we gotta make sure that like those out there, teaching it. All right, so Jabbar just checked in. You see, he says facts, but also he says this is something interesting. We got to teach you on using trust. Jabbar, you're absolutely correct. Now, and the thing is, like, as much experience as I have in real estate and investing, that's the one thing that I need to study more on, right? So I understand the power of a trust, but I think that in talking to people that actually do that work, when they start breaking that stuff down to me, I'm like, hold up, you could do that, you could do that. So I even personally need to get more well-rounded in learning trust, because that is a powerful thing if we understand it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and he also checked in and said, good evening, everybody. So good evening, Jabbar. Appreciate that. But yeah, man. So what do you think about trust? Like, do you guys understand, like, are you well versed in trust, Rick or Corey?
I'm not well versed. Yeah, I'm not well versed in trust, but I'm in the process of putting everything I have together and trying to establish one, because I don't want to take all the work that I'm doing and flush it. Like, I'm teaching my sons how to maintain it, and build their own. But the trust says, if I get it set up right, that I live forever. Like the way J.P. Morgan and J.D. Rockefeller, they live forever. I want to live forever. You know what I mean? Like, they live forever. Their descendants are still eating off the work they did 120 years ago, 150 years ago. So I want to be that dude.
Go ahead.
No,
yeah,
I was talking to a brother
who's a real estate investor, stock investor. He's a younger guy too, but he don't even really be on social media like that. But I was having a conversation with him, and like one of the things he specializes in is trust. And he was just talking about the power of it while he's actually here. He was like, on paper, I don't own nothing. But he said, but I control. He said, I control a lot, but I don't own nothing. And he was explaining to me the power of a trust, not just for when you go, but the power of a trust even while you're here. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was interesting, like, a way to do it.